Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight I decided to do a weekend reading vlog. I am about to go out to dinner with my husband, but I wanted to go ahead and start the vlog. It's Friday night, so it will really be like Saturday and Sunday mainly, but I'll show you what I'm reading currently. I'm currently reading Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. It's my first Karen Slaughter book. I've been hearing time and time again that she writes great like psychological mystery thrillers, and I decided to give her a go. I got this book for like $5 on Amazon. It was so cheap, and I was like, oh my gosh, because it's the hardcover brand new copy and it's an adult book, so it's usually like $26, $27. So I don't even know how I scored so good, but I did. Now I am currently on I'm on chapter 13, so page 243. This one took me a lot longer to get into than these type of books usually do, and I think it's just Karen Slaughter's writing style or how this book kind of started. It definitely had a slower start, but now it has definitely picked up, and I just want to keep reading, but it was very slow. It was good and it was interesting, but I wasn't really seeing all the things that people talk about when they talk about Karen Slaughter books, the gruesomeness, the craziness, and just stuff like that. But when I got to page 220, I think it was exactly page 220, I was like, oh my gosh, no freaking way. Some of the other things I've seen coming, but anyway, that's what I'm reading, and I just wanted to say, welcome to a weekend reading vlog. Good morning, happy Saturday. I know I'm looking rough. I just woke up. It is 6:40 in the morning on Saturday morning. I would have liked to have slept in, but apparently that's not possible. Anyway, I was reading Pretty Girls last night. I wanted to read more, but my eyes were hurting. I was so tired. I got to chapter 16, so I read 3 chapters, and I am on page 284. So I don't know what page I started on last night, or what my first update said. I'd have to like watch that back, but I feel like I read a good portion. I at least read 3 chapters, and these chapters tend to be pretty hefty. Oh, I guess I only read, yeah, I did read 3 chapters. I don't know. Math is hard. Guys, math is hard. I slightly got ready for the day. I just curled my hair a little bit and put on some mascara, and this lipstick, it's like a matte, but I don't actually know if I like the color. Anyway, reading update. I am on page 22, page 358, and I'm nearing the end, you guys, and it's getting crazy. Oh my God, you guys, my neighbors just fought really bad. I'm reading right by the window. I don't know why I'm whispering. Why am I whispering? I'm reading right by the window, and like if you look out that crack, you can see their front door, and oh my God, guys, it was bad. And the lady drove off, so I don't know. I'm gonna be praying. 9:46. I have officially finished reading Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, my first Karen Slaughter book. I rated it 4 out of 5 stars, which is a really good rating. I really liked it. I will definitely say that the second half of the book is better than the first half. I didn't really read a synopsis going into this book. I was about maybe 150 pages in, and then I went to Goodreads and read a synopsis, and I'm always scared to read a synopsis on the book because I'm scared it will like give something away, because I've had that happen before. But sometimes they have the same synopsis like on Goodreads that they do on the Dust Jacket. But anyway, I read the synopsis on Goodreads, and I was like, okay, I can kind of see where the story should be going, but it wasn't going in that direction yet. But basically the story is about 2 estranged sisters that their older sister was missing, like went missing at like 19 years old or something like that, and they have never found her. And then the youngest sister is her husband gets murdered just as she's getting out of jail, and then the other sister I don't know, like it's just kind of like a crazy start to the book, and it's kind of slow. And when I read the synopsis on Goodreads, I was like, well, when does all this stuff take place? So it definitely ramps up. Like I said, towards the end of the book, I would say around the 200 page mark. Yes, it was page 220 where my mouth literally was like, oh my gosh, what happened? And then from there, I was really interested. It's almost a 400 page book. It's 394 pages, so almost 400 pages. So it really took me until about, I mean, it started getting interesting probably around 100 pages, but it definitely took a while to get into. And I also did not like how Claire was so dependent on her husband, her sisters, her mom, the police, just like she was so dependent on everybody. And it wasn't until like the very, very end that I kind of saw her like being the woman that she should have been all along. But that's that book. That's over, 4 stars. Let's go pick out something else to read now. Wanted to talk about this real quick before I finally put it in my read pile for the month. So just a heads up, there is trigger warnings for extreme violence, including murder in a variety of ways, rape in a variety of ways. It does have very graphic moments. However, I personally didn't find it ultra disturbing. Maybe that's because I watch a lot of true crime, cult documentaries, shows, and this was kind of like something that I felt like I would see on CSI, or what's that one show? Criminal Minds. That's what it was like. It was like Criminal Minds, and I felt like even though things were said on the page that were very violent and graphic, I saw it like a movie. Like it kind of left a lot to the imagination, and I didn't let my personal mind go there. But if you are one to be disturbed by violence and, like I said, rape and just a whole bunch of crazy screwed up crap, her books are probably not for you, because I definitely saw some of that stuff in here, but I wasn't too disturbed by it actually. And I guess I was really like expecting to be, like, from what people had said, but I wasn't. So I did want to put that trigger warning out there in case any of you guys like say, oh, a 4-star book, and like decide to pick it up. Like, be forewarned, there are graphic scenes. It says it all on the page. And yeah, I mean, rape after rape after rape after rape after rape. And yeah, so anyway, now let's pick out our new book. I'm gonna read When Katie Met Cassidy by Camille Perry, and this is a female romance story, perfect for Pride Month. It's almost over, so I need to get in one good book like this before the month ends. Yes, let's do it. I know this is such a little thing to be bothered by, but do you see this E? How the line slants down slightly, like when Katie arrived. I do not like when the letter slants down on the E like that. It drives me crazy. Oh my God. I don't know if you can tell how shiny I am, but I am so hot. I read 8 pages. I'm sorry. I read 8 pages of When Katie Met Cassidy, and I don't know, like, I hope it's good, but apparently the main character, Katie, her ex-fiance, they just broke up, apparently maybe with her friend. She goes to this meeting. She runs into Cassidy. She initially thinks that Cassidy is a man. Page 6. She had to be a lesbian, which after the weekend Katie had had seemed so much easier than being straight. For the more comfortable clothes alone. Her black suit fit her perfectly, but it was clearly not a woman's suit. Ditto on the blue button-down dress shirt she wore with it. Falcon can absolutely not agree to that, Counselor Price said. It was no wonder Katie had mistaken her for a man earlier. Mannish was clearly the look she was going for, and her voice was deep and brusque enough that it could go either way. So, is that why she had to be a lesbian? I don't know. I'm holding out hope. But I read, like I said, 8 pages. Then I went out to the garage and pulled all of that stuff in from the garage and put our Christmas stuff on the shelves in the garage. And it's not really a garage, it's like a storage unit. And you could see this lip color better now, but I don't know. It kind of makes me look a little dead. I don't know. Anyway, tell me what you think about this lip color down in the comment section. Ooh, it makes my teeth look really yellow. Maybe it's just the lighting. Anyway, after that, my husband and I went out back. We talked to our neighbor for a little bit, and then we played Frisbee for about half an hour. So I ate some pickles, and I want to cook some naan, and then I'm going to read some more and cool down in the AC. OMG, you guys. Oh my God. So the mailman just came, and I'm talking quiet because my husband's in bed, but I was expecting one of my books that I ordered off of Amazon to come, but it's still not here, and the mail carrier was just here, so I'm totally confused where my book is. Okay, my cat just puked, and I had to clean that up. Okay, back to story time. Okay, so I ordered 2 books from Amazon. They were supposed to arrive yesterday. Then I got an email from Amazon saying that there was a delay. They're trying to get it back on track. And so one said it was like still traveling, but it arrived in my city this morning at like 5:30. It said out for delivery at 8:30, and it is now, what time is it? Almost 4:30 p.m. and I haven't received it yet. And the other one is stuck in Texas somewhere, and there hasn't been any updates since like 7:30 yesterday morning. So who knows what is going on with that package. But yeah, I should be getting one today. So my mailman came, and he had this pink envelope sitting, like I saw him put it in my mailbox, and I was like, that's weird, but like whatever, it's probably my book. So I went out there, it's raining, I filmed it, I got it out of the mailbox, and as I was walking in, I was looking at this, and I was like, this is Colleen Hoover's signature. And I'm freaking out a little bit because way back when I read the e-arc and I posted like my drunken first impressions, which some of you did not like, but anyway, this book is so important to me, and she DM'd me and said, hey, I'll send you a copy. And I was like, oh my God, are you freaking serious? And now I have this package in my hands from, can you see? Oh, you can't. Look, Colleen freaking Hoover, the author. I am dying. I know what's in this package. One of the most important books that I have literally read. This book changed my life literally at a time. I'm gonna get emotional. This book literally changed my life exactly when I needed it. And I can't believe I got an e-arc. I can't believe that I posted that video because I wasn't going to, but I was like, screw it. And the author contacted me, and she's like a super popular author. This isn't like some indie author. This is like a best-selling author. And she contacted me, and I have it in my hands right now. And it's pink, and it's so cute. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go get scissors. Oh my God, let's go get scissors together, shall we? I can't believe this. I'm literally dying right now. Oh my God. I can't. I'm like so excited, but like so like, oh my God, at the same time. Okay, sorry, my sports bra is showing through my shirt. That's probably pretty tacky. Okay, are we ready? Okay. Should we go with the purple scissors or the green scissors? Okay. The ones that I have. So I haven't read Slam, Point of Retreat, This Girl. I've read Hopeless, Losing Hope, Ugly Love, Confess, November 9, It Ends With Us. Also a good book, like one of my favorites. Without Merit. I have it, but I haven't read it yet. Thank you for being legit. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Colleen Hoover. You are the best. I can't believe it. I can't. I want to like read it again right now. I don't know what this book is about. It's about a couple that's experiencing marital problems. Some of them due to infertility, and it's just so damn good. Oh my God. It's two alternating timelines, the unexpected way that they met, and then them as a married couple, and it is so good, you guys. It's like so real, so like different than her other books. I love it so much. Oh my God. I'm like shaking, guys. This is not fucked up, but look at this. Okay, so one of the books arrived. Look how thick this book is, you guys. This book is gigantic. It's like 2 inches thick. I'm scared. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? This is not my book. What the fuck is this? They sent me the wrong thing. This is the person's mail who I got. What the fuck is this? No wonder. What the fuck is this? Is this real life? This book cost $35. What is this? Oh my God. You have got to be shitting me right now. What do I do? Oh my God. This sucks so bad. I'm not going to get the books. And I need them for this readathon I wanted to do. Can't make this shit up. So, I went onto Amazon. I contacted the seller and sent them pictures of the book and the packing slip and the like tracking thing right here. Hopefully they'll figure out what the hell happened. But hopefully they send me my book quick. Like it was their screw up. They need to send me a replacement, like overnight it, because oh my God. I know this is first world problems. I'm not gonna die. Nobody's hurt, but like both of my books are being delayed, and I'm sure this person's pissed too. They want their book and they got my book probably. Oh my God. Yeah, so I did that. I sent them an email with the pictures, said you sent me the wrong book. How can I give you this book back? But I don't want to pay for shipping. Give you this book back and get my book quickly. And I also did a request replacement through Amazon. So hopefully I will get this settled. But I have to wait 2 business days. And since it's the weekend, that means Monday and Tuesday. So mid next week, I'll hear something. And it stresses me out, because the readathon starts on the 1st. so it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to participate, or, you know, not how I wanted. Welcome to my life. Yeah, that happened. We've had a couple of big storms pass through, and I'm about to take you outside and show you this beautifully bright, huge rainbow. Do you see how pretty? It goes all the way across. How pretty is that? Good morning, it's Sunday, and I wanted to update you and also close out this vlog because it's pretty long because of all of the stuff that happened yesterday, including finishing 2 books, because I finished When Katie Met Cassidy last night, and I started another book, so I want to just like fill you in. So I did finish reading When Katie Met Cassidy, and I really enjoyed this one as well. I gave it 3.5 to 4 stars. I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads. This story is about 2 women meeting and their romance, and it's kind of like a rom-com of the beginning of a relationship. And I'm gonna read you an article here in a minute that tells more about what the author had to say about the book, and I think that will explain it a little bit better to you. But I do love this cover. It seems so simple, but if you look at it, it's 2, like, here's a woman and here's a woman kissing her. Content warnings, if you don't like masturbation, if you don't like sex shops, if you don't like that sort of thing, like, you know, don't pick it up. But it's basically about these 2 women running into each other, and one is openly a lesbian and the other one just got broken up with from her ex-fiance, and she starts exploring her gender and sexuality, and I loved it so much. So 4 stars for this one. Highly recommend. But this is what Camille Perry said about the story. It says, this is on Electric Lit, and I'll try to remember to link this specific article down in the description box. And if I don't and you're interested in the article or you can't find it, just remind me and I'll link it. Okay, so it's the title is We Need More Queer Stories Where Nobody Suffers. Oh, also, the author is gay. I'm not sure her exact identity because it's not her biography, and I've looked online and I can't find it. I've searched her Twitter, I've searched her Instagram, but I believe that she's with a woman. So I tried, because I was trying to like be respectful, but it says books and films about LGBTQ characters often focus on trauma. Shouldn't we get a happy ending too? When people ask me what my new novel is about, I usually answer that it's a romantic comedy about gender and sexuality, and specifically that it's a love story between 2 women, one who's more on the feminine side and one who's more on the masculine side. I generally don't get into the nitty-gritty of why exactly I set out to write a novel like this. I don't, for example, pull up a soapbox, stand on top, and pontificate about how even with all the progress we've seen over the years in relation to the LGBTQ community, so much of that culture remains invisible to America at large. And normally, I also don't yell and scream about how frustratingly rare it is to engage with a story about LGBTQ characters that doesn't involve death or illness or some identity-based misfortune. But as publication day approaches, and my book is still one of the few queer love stories that doesn't end in disaster, I think it might be worth talking about why I did this and why I hope I'm not the last. So she just talks about during her lifetime she's seen huge leaps in the quantity of LGBT stories and make it into mainstream representation, but the quality still leaves something to be desired. And I just, so it's a really good article, and I think that just speaks to the actual story itself. So like I said, I'll try to link it down below. I also wanted to update you on this situation from yesterday. I got an email, and I can't like read it to you because obviously I'm on my phone filming right now, but they basically said to send them a whole bunch of information. I had to send them the title of the book that I ordered, and then I had to send them the title of the book that I received, the ISBN of the book I received, the SKU number of the book that I received, And I believe that's it. So I went ahead and sent them all of that information this morning, and hopefully I'll hear something back later today or tomorrow. Okay, my husband and my dog are back outside. Hopefully I can film this very last clip. So I started reading my third book, which is My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella. I believe this is my second Sophie Kinsella. Before I've read Remember Me, and this is my second one, but I hear that she's like a really good summer contemporary time author. And I had this book I got on like Books for Trade, like Bookmail or something like that. And also I have this on audiobook from my library using the Libby/Overdrive app. So yeah, so I'm gonna read this, and then I actually read the first chapter last night, so 28 pages. So I will start on chapter 2 today. But, oh, and I'm wearing green, and it's green, so how, oh, and yellow, and she has yellow on her skirt. Oh my god. Okay, I'm a dork. Anyway, so that's it for this weekend reading vlog. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it was kind of crazy. I am so happy that I have Colleen Hoover's new book. I'm really sad I didn't get the books that I ordered, but that's it, really. I mean, I got 2 books read, so that's all for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again in the next one. Bye.